welcome everyone back to the Parent Academy. My name's Rob Furman, principal at South Park Elementary Center, and my colleague here, Mr. Kevin Monahan at the middle school. So you get a K-6 perspective when it comes to when Kevin and I have these Parent Academies. Just this last week, we had our second 9-week ending, and we thought maybe it'd be a good topic to discuss. As a parent, what do we hope that you're doing with this report card? You're given all this information in one sheet usually, and what now? That's the type of thing. So we're going to let Mr. Monahan start this off. Kevin?
Now, Rob, you're familiar. Our parents always have access to their children's grades at all time, through our home access center. And, they do a pretty good job about keeping up with, their children's grades. And if there's some type of stumble, contacting the teacher or the teacher reaching out to them. But this is the time of year now, halfway through the year, where sometimes concerns arise. And when those concerns arise, we need to know what next steps to take. So the very first thing that I would hope that our parents would do is they would go through that report card with their child and have a sit down, have a conversation with them. Let them know what's going on that's positive, what's going on where I'm struggling in certain areas. And I think that's the very first thing that we do. We try to get a feel for what is going on with the child. Because there could be some extraneous factors that are playing the key role maybe why a child is struggling in a classroom.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree more. And what we really want you to do is, there's a lot of research out there on this topic called student-led conferences. Yes. When you come in and you have a conference with a teacher, you want to know how my child's doing with this, how's my child doing with that. Well, you really need to also have that same type of conversation with your child. Explain to me what you did to get this A, or explain to me what you did to get this C. When you're dealing with grades, they're so arbitrary. A C, I could tell you that your kid got that symbol. And what does that mean to you? It means absolutely nothing. Well, that's sort of what a C or a B or an A. All that tells me is your kid got the required points to get that letter, but it doesn't tell me enough about did they get the skill. And that's where the conversation with your child will really benefit. Okay, you got a B. Can you explain to me what you learned, what you didn't learn? Show me your test scores, show me your projects, show me your homework. And this should not necessarily be an end of the 9 weeks thing. This is something that you could be doing weekly or every couple days. But regardless, you need to be in the know. As a parent, you have every right to know everything that's going on, and your child will be just as strong a source of that information as the teacher. Kevin.
And to piggyback on that, Rob, we find out too sometimes that it's not an academic or a skills thing. It could be something with some type of conflict within the classroom between another child, or maybe there's something else going on, in that child's life that may be impacting how he's doing at school. So these kind of conversations, as they come up, may open up other avenues for us to understand, hey, maybe my child is having these conflicts with another child in the classroom. Maybe there's something going on at home that maybe that the parent is unaware of. And so these are things that by having these conversations, they come out. And really these conversations in most families are probably occurring all the time, so that it's nothing new. But the next step that you want to take, though, once you have that conversation with your child, about the report card, encourage them in areas where you know that they're, doing well, or if you know that their skills are broadening and becoming stronger, give them that positive, feedback. But also, if they are struggling in an area, please contact the child's teacher, contact the child's school. Get us involved. We may have some resources available to you, or we may have some academic resources that you could benefit from. So we want to do this as a village. We don't want anyone to be out there by themselves. And, it's not a bother. Reach out to us. We're here to help you and your child.
Absolutely. Couldn't have said that better myself, Kev. The and just like you said, very much so. The next step after talking with your kids is to bring that information to us. At both mine and Kevin's school, I think we're very stern when it comes to you really shouldn't have any surprises on that report card. If heaven forbid, your kid was getting a D or an F, I would have expected our teachers to have already had that communication with you, already have plans in place to make something happen, to make things better. Obviously there's a breakdown in the system. The child's not learning, so hopefully you would never have a surprise necessarily on a report card. A, B, or C, yeah, maybe not so much as a red flag in terms of the big 800 plus kids that we have in each building, but as a parent, you still shouldn't have any surprises because you can see these grades weekly. Take advantage of the online virtual communication that's offered to you. And then once you have all this information and you come and you bring it to us as the principals and teachers, we can then sit down as a team and say, okay, this is what we need to do to help your child. Let's set up a plan to make the next academic 9 weeks just that much better. Go ahead, Kev, wrap us up, buddy.
Hey, we all know that data is powerful. Information is a powerful thing. And the more that you have when you come in to see us, or the more that you have when you speak to the teachers, I mean, that's just going to help us get to the root of the issue. So, again, I really appreciate the time that I have to spend with, my buddy and colleague, Rob Furman, doing these parent academies, because I think that, for some people, they're afraid to ask because they feel like maybe, they're inept in some ways. And that's not the case. Every day you learn something new, and hopefully people will reach out to us, give us some topics that they want to talk about, or they want us to cover with them, and give us some feedback, see how we're doing. We really appreciate that.
And you can also do that at www.robfurman, that's my name, robfurman.com, and I just set up a discussion board there for the Parent Academy. So if you want to get in there and have conversations with other parents, obviously with Kevin and I will be on there too shortly, and we'll be able to include our 2 cents. If we don't know the answers, we can find people that can help get you the answers. So you use that discussion board to your advantage. Again, that's www.robfurman.com. Also, don't forget to leave comments and likes down below here at the Parent Academy buttons at YouTube. And thank you very much. Have a great one.
Take care, guys.